sana. And in case you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Okay, so new members, in this channel we do videos around cooking, cleaning, organizing, lifestyle, fashion, travel, and everything in between. So this is a lifestyle channel, and if that is your type of content, if that is your cup of tea, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and join this family, okay? Because we have some nice content around here. And press the notification bell so that anytime I upload a new video, you will be among the first people to be notified that a video is up. All right? So yeah, and also follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and now YouTube at wamboy_mercy with an A. I will link it down here. And yeah, so today I want us to make something that is very simple. It's on Sunday, and I want us to make some samosas. Okay, so welcome to this video. I love to cook. In case you don't know, if you are new here, I love to cook a lot, but I also try and put out different content apart from cooking. Yeah, so you'll see many recipes, and if you have a recipe that you'd love to know how to cook, comment down below on the comment section, and I will be sure to deliver that. And yeah, also let me know what other sort of content you'd love to see from me. And yeah, I'll be happy that you guys are really engaging. Okay, so without further ado, let me show you the ingredients of today, and then we can start cooking. Okay, so for the ingredients, you will need a big bowl for you to do your dough. My measuring cup, this is 1 cup, if you can see here. Some flour, unga, my rolling pin, some salt. This is where I store my salt. Some water that I'll be using to knead my dough. A little bit of oil. And yeah, that's it. And maybe now a kitchen cloth that I'll use to cover my dough. So let's start. Alright, so with these ingredients, this is my juice. I'm just taking this. In your bowl, you're going to measure 1 cup of flour. That's enough. So this we're going to put there. We're also going to measure a little bit of salt, like this is half a tablespoon of salt, and you sprinkle inside, and now you mix. Like that. Once you're done mixing, let me try and get a paper hand. Okay, so this is my flour now that I have mixed. So you create a well like this, and then you're going to add water slowly by slowly. Still filling it in. Okay, so I've added a little bit of water, and I want to mix in my dough like that.
So now at this point, once you leave your dough to rest, I had told you you should leave it for around 20 to 30 minutes roughly for it to rest. It enables the dough to like come in together and also soften. So at this point, I was just showing you how soft it has become. And for you to know that your dough is ready, when you press it, it should just go back by itself without remaining like that spot you have pressed remaining with a hole. So yeah, leaving it to rest enables it to soften, and that is what I was just trying to show you. I hope, yeah, you understand. So it is that simple to knead and to just leave it to rest. So let's continue with the other processes. I will explain where need be so that you will understand how to, yeah, how to make samosas at your comfort of your home. So here what I have done, I have divided my dough into at least 3 balls. Depending on how much flour you put and how many people you are cooking for is what will determine how you will divide your dough. You can have 8 balls, 4 balls, 6 balls. So for me, my dough was just 1 cup and it only gave me 3 balls. So that is what I just divided. And now we want to start rolling those balls that we have divided. So I will roll each as I put aside, and then I will show you the next step, which will be now applying some oil and layering them up together, and then we'll roll it out again all over, like now into one big round, one big circle. Try making perfect circles. I'm not also perfect, but practice makes perfect. Even when you're making chapatis, the first day they will be looking the way they want, like maps of Africa, and yeah. But the more you try, the more you do it, you practice makes perfect, and you will be having perfect circles by the end of the day. Like if you have tried 1, 2, 3, 4 times, for now you'll you'll just get the gist of how to roll it into a circle. So yeah, try making perfect circles, but not to worry, because those unwanted areas we will be trimming them out later. So don't sweat it. I mean, just try, and but if it doesn't come, don't sweat it. So this is the part I was telling you. Now after you're done rolling all the balls, or at least half of what you have, you will take one of the dough and put some oil, and then using a hand or a brush, you'll spread it through to make sure each and every part of the dough has some oil. Yeah, I like using my hands because it makes my work very easy, and I can be very precise, yeah, to make sure I get to all the corners. And then you'll dust some flour on it, and then put the next one, just like you'll see me doing, like another dough on top of it. This will enable your wraps, like the wraps, the samosa wraps, to detach or to unravel easily without tearing or sticking to one another, because the flour can be very sticky, and so if you don't put flour and some oil, they will not be unraveling easy, so it makes work easier for you. So yeah, make sure you put oil, but not too much of it, just a little bit, and dust some flour on it as you layer your layers of dough, just like I am doing here. So once you are done layering your dough, try pressing it at the ends, just to make sure that all the circles are aligned together and that there is no really big gaps in between, like one is bigger, another one is smaller, now depending on how perfect your circles are. So that's what I'm trying to do, just trying to spread them so that I can have one uniform pile. And then we are going now to dust our rolling pin and roll it out now into a big circle so that we can get thin wraps, because that's what we are trying to achieve. So let's do that, and then you'll see the next step. Once you're satisfied that you have done your dough properly, I'll just cover it a little bit, because if you don't realize, leaving your dough open, it forms a hard crust. So that's what I don't want as I heat my pan, so that we can now cook it a little bit, not like chapati, but just to separate our wraps. So yeah, that's the next step. My pan is hot, as you can see, and what I want to do is now we want to place it on the pan for it to cook a little bit, so that we can be able to separate our wraps, just like you will see. If you have a bigger wok or a big pan, you can use it, or if you have an oven, you can also use an oven. But now I did not have all those, so what I'm using is my gas and this chapati pan to make my wraps. So yeah. So now once you see the bubbles, as you can see, I'm just showing you some bubbles that are forming on my dough that's on the pan. It means it has started cooking, and you want to make sure it does not burn, because that means the heat is getting through your dough, which is a good sign. But if you're not careful, it can easily burn, and you don't want it to burn. So I will now be carefully turning it to the other side so that it can cook evenly. And it's also a good sign when the bubbles are showing, because it means that your dough is now cooking. Yeah, even when you're making maybe pancakes and all that other pastries, when you see such appearances, it means that your dough is cooking. And as you can see, it has started rising by itself, which is now something you should also note. Yeah, and that means we are doing okay. We are not doing badly off. So continue watching. I hope you're enjoying the video. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button if this is your type of content. And also don't forget to leave a comment, like my video, and also share with your friends and your family.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above.
So as you can see, I'm showing you that my wraps have started separating just by themselves, and this is what you should be looking out for on all ends. Even as you can see over here, when I tap it, it's already separating. This is because now of the warm gas that was inside, that is making them now separate so easily. So putting the oil and the flour, that like I was showing you, dusting it with flour and some oil, enables it to separate by itself, like it's doing right here. If we did not put flour and oil, it would be a very hard task for us to separate it. But that is a hack that will enable you to separate them very easily without them tearing, because now they would have been stuck to each other, and when you pull them, they will be tearing and we'll have no wrap to wrap our samosa. So this is the tricky part, making the wraps. Some people buy the wraps in the supermarket ready-made for you, but I just thought it's easier to do it at the comfort of your home, especially when you don't have money to buy the wraps and you have dough, you have not dough, you have flour and oil and salt. That's just all you need. And now your source of heat to cook your wraps. It's very simple and very easy, and you can make as many as you want without limiting yourself because you're not spending on it. So try making your wraps at home. I hope this video will be of help, especially for people who are beginning, because yeah, most of the people know how to make them, especially those people doing businesses. Yeah, so I hope this video will be of help. So as usual, I've wrapped my wraps using my kitchen towel because I don't want them to form a crust and dry off. I want them to maintain their moisture. And now I will show you the next step, which will be cutting them up and also removing the unwanted sections using a scissor or a knife. Point to note, I forgot to tell you guys, when I'm cooking, I'm not using high heat because remember, we do not want to cook our dough like chapati. All I want is just to make it dry up a little bit so that I can be able to separate it. So please cook on low to medium heat. Don't cook it on high heat. If your pan heats up very fast, use low. If your pan is a little bit heavy, low to medium. That's it, so that you can be able to separate it and also dry it up without burning your dough. So low to medium or just low heat. So this is my paste that I'm going to be using as glue. This is basically flour, the all-purpose flour that I was using, and some water, and you want to mix it so that you can make a paste that you will use as glue. And this is my mincemeat that I'm going to be using as my filling that I had already earlier prepared. I'm going to be inserting a clip of how I did that, maybe at the end of this video or just somewhere in between so that you can see how I prepared it. But it basically has onions, some salt and some spices, and the mincemeat itself. So maybe I will just insert it somewhere, but you can use anything for your filling. You can use peas, you can do vegetable samosas or beef samosas or even chicken, depending on whatever you want, even potatoes. Others people use lentils or green grams. Yeah, so feel free to use anything. For me, I wanted to make some beef samosas, and that is what I was using. I used some minced meat that I'm going to be using as my filling, and I did not put anything else apart from onions and some spice. So as you can see, this is how I'm going to be folding the wraps, and using a kitchen scissor or a knife, cut out the unwanted part, especially the crust that is usually at the end, the part that did not really cook so well on the pan because it was the dough was a little bit bigger than my pan. We're going to cut it out because most of the time that part is usually very dry, and because it's going to hinder our folding, you should just cut it out and then now you fold your samosa like I am doing. So folding of samosas can be different. You can cut it into strips and fold it, or you can cut it into pies like I have done and also fold. Okay, in maybe a different video I'll be able to show you how you can cut it in strips and fold. So today this is method number 1. You can cut it into those quarters and then just fold like I'm going to show you. Yeah, and that is method number 1. So we'll do a different method in a different video. So what I'm trying to show you is the hole that has formed as I was folding. So make sure when you're folding your samosa, the holes are tight, like no holes left, because that means when you start deep frying them, oil will be getting inside your samosa, or also there will be a lot of spattering of the oil because of the meat that will be coming into contact with the oil, and the oil is hot, so maybe it's going to be producing some juices, making it to spatter around. So make sure when you fold, every corner is tight, that there's no space in between the corners. Another point to note, guys, is don't overfill your samosa, so that you can be able to cover it up with a flap on top. If you overfill it, it either tears or you'll be unable to close the corners tight, so you'll have some oil going in through those corners, and that's not what you want. So ensure just to put enough of the filling, don't overfill it. Yeah, depending on the size of your wraps. Now, as you can see, my wraps are not so big, so I'm making sure I'm not putting a lot of the filling, so that I can be able to wrap it properly and make sure that my corners are tight. So a little bit of everything, so that you can get a perfect samosa. All done, and as you can see, guys, I think I did a good job. So that is just how you wrap your samosa. So now we have made the wraps together. We have now wrapped them, and next, the only thing that's now left is to deep fry them, which doesn't really take so much time. Just put a little bit of oil in your frying pan and just deep fry them for a little bit using low heat again. And once they are golden brown, because the only thing we are cooking now is this outer cover, you're good to go and you can enjoy your samosas. So that's the only step that's left, and we will be done. Okay, so yeah, let's cook our samosas now. So as you can see, why I'm saying we need to use low heat is my samosas are just smooth. They do not have like patches or bubbles on them. You will see in the next batch, I did that on purpose so that I could let you know if you use a lot of high heat, you will get bubbles and they don't look so attractive. We want them to be as smooth and golden brown as possible. So using low heat enables you to cook them just slowly, and they cook at their own pace without now burning. So at this point, my oil was so hot, and as you can see, they have already started bubbling. And those places where you can see the bubbles is where we will have the patches, either too dark or too, you see now, like these ones, those are the bubbles. The bubbles are already brown, and the rest of the surface is not yet cooked. So these bubbles might even burn before the samosa cooks through. So all I did was reduce my heat, and that means you need to cook under low heat always, so that you avoid bubbles and your samosas can be a little bit attractive. Okay, so this is the end result, and I did all the samosas, did all the batches, and this is what I achieved. I enjoyed my samosas using some hot coffee or Milo, or just as they are. You can eat them however you want, and that is how simple it is to make samosas at the comfort of your home. The lemon I put there was for garnishing, but you can also squeeze it once you bite it. It just brings a different taste, and it's yummy. It's yummy. You can try. If you have chili, you can use chili as a dip, or you can also use some ketchup and enjoy your samosas. Okay, as you can see, they are very crunchy, and they were also as yummy as they look. So try my recipe, and when you try it and hack it, don't forget to tag me on Instagram at wamboi_mercy, and I'll be sure to repost your post. And I'll be happy that you guys are learning from me. Also, don't forget to leave a comment down below of any recipe that you want me to do for you, and also share my recipes and my videos to your friends and family, and I'll be happy that you guys are supporting me. Okay, also give this video a big thumbs up, because it really supports my channel, and it enables my videos to be recommended to other people and for it to reach a wider audience.
So guys, that is how simple it is to make samosa at the comfort of your home. I'll be linking the recipe in the description box together with the ingredients, and you can try to make your samosas at home. Once you do, when you post on Instagram, don't forget to tag me at wamboi_mercy, and I'll be sure to repost your post. And I'll be happy that you guys are enjoying my recipes. Okay, don't forget to comment down below on the comment section and let me know what next recipe you want us to try, and also tell me some words of encouragement. Yeah, and any other sort of content you want us to do. Okay, and yeah, I think that is it for this video, and I will see you on the next one. And until then, toodles! Let me enjoy my samosa. You can serve it with some hot tea, some cold juice, eat it plain as a snack, whatever tickles your fancy, do that. Bye.
So as promised, this is how I made my samosa filling. Um, Basically, I put some onions that I allowed to caramelize, and then added my minced meat and then my spices. I did not use so much spice. I only used garam masala, and that's it. If you want chili, you can put chili. So next, you add your minced meat and then a little bit of salt and garam masala. If you have coriander, you can also put coriander. Yeah, and you'll be good to go. So you can just play around with it however much you want, and put anything to make it taste how you like it. So yeah, this is the filling that I made.